Gohan became a god of destruction? Now, Gohan's strength is obviously immense, but could it rise to god of destruction levels? I guess it depends on who you ask. Number one, I think his hybrid Saiyan physiology obviously makes the allowance of God Ki adaptation more simple than it appears, letting him learn destructive techniques, I think, faster than most mortals around him would be able to do. Number two, I think Gohan's disciplined mindset from training under Piccolo and Whis, well, more so under Piccolo. Whis is another direction that they could go, but the balance is already there for discipline, right? You have that with destructive power, which obviously requires much restraint, much oversight. It would prevent catastrophic overreach while executing universe-level god strikes. I think Gohan's a perfect candidate for a god of destruction if he were to understand his role and how serious it would be to protect Universe 7 and his loved ones. What if Gohan inherited Vegeta's pride? Now, Gohan's gentle nature obviously defines him as a character, but what if he inherited Vegeta's pride instead? Now, number one, I think he would fight with relentless intensity. Drawing from Vegeta's fierce determination we saw back in Dragon Ball Z episode 179, 180, and I think 181, Gohan would never hold back. He would push himself to extreme limits, even in casual battles, unlike the Gohan we see of today. Number two, I think his personality would obviously shift more strategically. I wouldn't say it would be so dramatic that we wouldn't recognize Gohan, because there's still a bit of that Saiyan arrogance and pride in Gohan at certain moments, but not at all like it would be under this circumstance. You see, his pride would fuel his ambition, which would then turn Gohan from a reluctant hero into a calculated driven fighter, balancing power with tactical foresight. So I think, in short, Vegeta's pride in Gohan would transform him into a warrior who fights for dominance as much as justice, which would more than likely be a more dangerous Gohan to anyone who would probably cross him, compared to the reluctant hero today who would rather study ants than actually train. But in the superhero movie, he found out the hard way he can't neglect his training. That's just my thoughts. What if Gohan mastered Ultra Instinct instead of Goku? Ultra Instinct is obviously about separating reaction from thought, and if you imagine Gohan achieving this, well, number one, I think his fighting style would optimize his energy and conservation while still being able to execute those automatic counters we see, and it would allow him to chain multiple high-speed attacks without burning through his stamina. I'm essentially using what I would deem Dragon Ball Super logic of stamina conservation with Dragon Ball Z related progress that we saw during the Cell saga and earlier. Now, number two, with that hybrid Saiyan durability Gohan has, he could push Ultra Instinct beyond the reflective ceiling that we've seen. He could integrate more calculated offensive patterns into his instinctive flow, which I think would be natural for Gohan. He wouldn't just dodge, he would anticipate and punish openings with frame-perfect key strikes, kind of like you see how he fights in Dragon Ball FighterZ. But Gohan, if he has to be calculated, is very dangerous. It's just he shares Goku's heart, and he's a reluctant warrior. In this universe, though, completely different. What if Gohan never stopped training after the Cell saga? Now, his potential was unmatched during that time, but what if he had kept pushing past that point? Number one, I think he could have fully mastered instant transmission related attacks and rapid key adaptation. You would see something like this back in episodes, I think 184 to 191 of the Funimation dub of Dragon Ball Z. Anyways, his continuous training at that point would let him instantly read opponent energy outputs and adjust his attack strength accordingly. That's kind of similar to what Goku struggled to do until, I would say, the Buu saga, more or less. And number two, I think Gohan's hidden potential activation would become more of a permanent thing instead of just a temporary thing. Instead of needing emotional triggers like the current Gohan needs, I think a different one under this thesis that I'm going on, he would actually be able to maintain his ultimate form at will, effectively giving him unlimited access to that Super Saiyan 2 level power without serious restraint. So, in short, I think a continuous post-Cell saga training Gohan would turn into a controlled powerhouse with instant response capabilities and a permanent ultimate power compared to the temporary one. Let me know your thoughts. What if Gohan unlocked Super Saiyan 4 first? Now, we know that Super Saiyan 4 obviously amplifies the primal power of a Saiyan, and Gohan unlocking it first would obviously redefine the Saiyan's combat overall. Number one, I think those Saiyan genetics, those specific hybrid Saiyan genetics, are going to stabilize the Ozaru-derived ki I think that's what's going to prevent the usual energy spikes and uncontrollable rage that you see from that transformation in Dragon Ball GT. This is going to allow Gohan to maintain Super Saiyan 4, I think, for extended battles without having serious power fluctuations. That's very important. Number 2, he could technically integrate Super Saiyan 2 into Super Saiyan 4, kind of in a technique type of way, where the lightning fast energy blast Super Saiyan 2 and that instantaneous fight maneuver, his key sensing attacks, those would all essentially be enhanced by that primal multiplier. It would essentially give him a tactical vertical edge and versatile ability to use his raw power to actually change the battlefield in a way where Gohan can be a little bit more offensive instead of kind of playing a little bit more in the proactive defense role that we've seen him do in today's current manga and anime. So in short, I think Gohan actually unlocking Super Saiyan 4 first would combine more of the primal Saiyan strength, and then he would use more of a Super Saiyan 2 level technique multiplier to keep himself in a state where he wouldn't have to burn through energy and can still keep up high energy attacks for a very extended period of time. And with Gohan's endurance, I think that'd be dangerous. It's just my thoughts though. Let me know yours.